Yeah, I'm going to do a loud clap.
You want to do a clap? All right.
Oh, hang on, it was bad.
Nice clap.
2 claps. All right,
Well,
here we are.
that's it. Episode 1, man.
Episode
This is
1
the-
of the JM Potty. 2
Two
JM.
Come
I
on,
can't even
mate.
remember.
There's two of
Can't-
us. Anyway.
2 Joshes with the same last name, same
We're
initials.
brothers.
Brothers from another mother.
Apparently the mum's lazy and just call us the same name.
Yep.
If one
Josh
of
is
us gets
probably
told
gonna
off, we're both getting told off.
Exactly.
It's episode 1. We actually we got 5-10 minutes into, the introduction, essentially.
We did.
And, we felt comfortable, felt good, episode 1. Realised we forgot to press record. So,
It's rough.
take 2 of the introduction, but also, we're starting off the podcast. So, we're 2JM. I'm Josh. He's Josh. I'm Melling.
Josh, Mickey.
Mickey. So,
So if you hear that the name mentioned or you see it in the comments, I'm Mickey.
yeah, I'm Melling.
We got Melling. And this is our Take It podcast, mate.
We've been
talking about it for a long time.
We have.
A very long time.
It's honestly probably been over a year. Especially it's probably been that 2 years that we talked about just collaborating and doing something in general together.
We've always had the 2JM because obviously it just fits with our name, but we've wanted to do clothing brands, start a gym. Obviously we're into racing now with the karts. We wanted to do 2JM racing, and now the podcast. So we have been talking about the brand as such for a long time.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a good place to start because realistically, this is an outlet, man. Like
It is.
it feels good it almost feels like a weight off my shoulders doing this.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I think it's something that makes us happy. And as you say, and I think everyone that's gone down this type of path is going to get hate.
Oh yeah, there's going to be people who are like, this is stupid. Like, why are these guys doing it? People might be like, oh, good on them.
Yeah, there'll be people to your face.
And there's going to be everyone in between. And, as you said, people to your face, behind
people
your
to your back. There's going to be you're going to have every way possible. But I think it's important, we're doing this for ourselves.
It's crucial. I think for mental health, man, especially this last couple of years, it's pretty important to have this outlet.
Yeah.
For us, it's this. For other people, it could be art, could be slow dancing, it could be fucking anything.
Could be absolutely anything, mate.
It doesn't matter. The point is a lot, and I've told you this before. I'm a bit of an advocate for this, and I think you're the same.
Yeah.
We work to live. We don't live to work. It's not all about working.
Nah.
And the last couple of years, you have been pretty guilty of it.
I think a lot of people have, especially with this whole COVID thing. I think it created a lot of uncertainty. Obviously, myself included. I was working offshore, and when COVID hit, we pretty much got told, "Oh, you can't fly out, you can't do this, you might not have a job," and you're shitting yourself. You're like, "Well, what am I going to do?" And I think with the uncertainty that came, everyone was too focused on making sure they had the money, making sure they had a job.
And it literally the people whose businesses or especially casual workers, right, or even permanent workers because they got leave paid to them. It definitely when you go weeks without having an income, you almost only want to work when you can work. And fair enough, you want the money, but it becomes your whole life when you're only thinking about I need to work, and as an overall result, your mental health goes down. So the point is behind all of it, you need to find something, find a hobby.
Yep.
Anything that gives you some sort of, takes your mind off things.
Yeah. And I'm a huge advocate for this. I was working away, had pretty crazy swings by the end of it. I reached a point where I was that unhappy and I felt that uneasy within myself. I just called it quits and said, I just can't do it at the moment. I'm not in the mental space to do it. And came home, obviously, and now I work in Perth with a pretty good job. But as such, I think now more than ever in this generation we live in, I think people need to start putting their mental health at the forefront of their decisions. I think obviously having a job is important and we do have responsibilities, but I think a lot more, I'm going to say care or emphasis needs to be placed on doing things that make you happy. And I think that's what this is for us, mate. I think it's an outlet and I think it's something that we're going to enjoy growing.
100%. It's our baby, man.
Yeah, and we can take it any which way we decide to take it.
Yeah, and we have a big goal that we have.
We do. We have a big goal.
We have some small
We're not going to
goals.
disclose it yet, mate.
We're not going to disclose it.
The big one.
But, it's a big goal, and even if we fall short, man, if we're working hard enough, whatever comes from it will be worth it.
And I think just quickly what you touched on with small goals, I think it's really important. I read books, and one of them is about you treat goals like rungs of a ladder. When you step up to a ladder, you don't look at that top goal, which is our big goal, you could say. You look at each rung as a goal. And it could be whatever, for instance, in this podcast. I think
we've already ticked a little bit of a box for one of our goals.
I think we have too.
Yeah, it was 10,000 views on a TikTok.
I think the first rung is starting it. I think the first rung is sitting down and recording our first podcast, which we're doing right now.
Yep.
But as you say, we posted our first TikTok teaser, we could say, and
did all right. Did well. As far as like a first video
had
goes.
Absolutely no engagement, no followers when we started the page.
Yeah, literally. So the only thing we had with that TikTok, we didn't even really promote that TikTok either.
No, we didn't.
It did. I think it's over 20,000 views, which is like pretty small, but for a first video, it's pretty good.
Exactly
I'm happy with that. So that and it was a pretty interesting topic.
It was.
And you know what, we cut it a bit short, and people have asked us to continue what we were going to say on it, so I think we will. Right?
Yeah. So
the TikTok was ask Mickey.
Yep.
If you're a guy, you as a man, a straight male, asked him if he thought that he could give a better blowjob than girls, right? The answer was yes.
The general consensus between us
was yes,
as well as majority of the TikTok comments was, in fact, guys could give a better blowjob than girls can. And the reasoning behind it,
we know what we like.
We know what we like. So if we know what we like and what feels good, we're going to be able to do it better. Can't say I've ever given a blowjob.
Yeah, and I honestly, it's not on my bucket list. It's definitely not.
Speak for yourself, buddy. All right.
Look,
Nah, but I think it was a general consensus.
Yeah, it was, and people disagreed. Some disagreed, some didn't. But
there was the overly confident. There was about 3 or 4 women in the comments that said, "Nah, I give amazing head." And power to them, mate. If they got the confidence to say that, all for it.
Absolutely.
I think confidence is key, and if they reckon they give a not phenomenal head, who are we to doubt them?
It's true.
Exactly.
It's true.
But dive into the question you're about to ask now, mate.
And this is where we disagree. I then brought the question up, and I was like, do you think it's the same with women? Do you think that women give better head to women than guys do? And your answer was?
Well, I think I can give better head to a woman than a girl could. I think I give good head. Yeah.
I'm sure you can tell by the smile on my face. The next question I'm going to ask you, man.
Why?
Why
do I think that?
Why do you think that?
If you enjoy something, mate, if you like doing it, you love doing it as such. We'll go as far as to say if you love doing it. And if you
I do love it.
As do I. You're going to put the effort in, mate. And you're gonna make sure it's a good experience. It goes with everything in life. And I love it. So I think I put I just think I put more effort in.
What if they're lying to you? What if they're telling you, and you can tell sometimes when a girl's faking it. You'd like to think most of the time you can tell.
I think most time you can tell if a girl's comes or not, mate.
Yeah, like it's an unconscious reaction, right?
And if it looks
fake, it probably is fake.
It probably is too good to be true.
Anyway, but let's say afterwards, you give really good head. You're the best I've had. I don't think anyone can do it better than you. What if they're just blowing smoke up your ass, man? What if you're actually just pretty average? Which could be a good average, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to put the effort in, and it shows that you're trying, that's still better than most, right?
Yeah.
But what if you're still not that great?
I'm gonna stand by my statement, mate. I'm not backing down here. I think I give good head.
Well, I tend to think that girls could probably do it better than me. That doesn't mean I doubt my ability, but it means I think girls know what they want.
Yeah, man. I think that's modest of you, mate. I think it's, and like I'm probably going to get attacked. There's going to be people.
There will be.
There's going to be people in the comments or saying, "Oh, this guy's full of shit. Doesn't know what he's talking about." And maybe not. As you said, they could be faking it. But I think I love it.
He's put his foot
down. And I think I put the effort in. And I think I give good head, mate.
The big fella has made the call.
The big fella has made the call. I'm going to stick by it, mate. Day I die.
So, yeah. There you go. That was a couple of
days
ago.
Put it in an envelope and send it, mate. Post
Signed,
it.
sealed, delivered.
That's it, mate.
Well, yeah, that was a couple of days ago we spoke about that.
It was.
What have you done, man, the last couple of days?
Well, look. Perth. Summer. Yeah, look. He's getting up to check the recording just to make sure we're still going after that first episode. But
yeah, look. It was only a couple of minutes in, but
yeah, but still, Perth, mate. Last week or so,
hot.
Fucking heat wave, mate.
40 plus degrees.
Absolute scorcher.
For a week straight, it was 40 plus degrees.
Oh, dude. I'm pretty sure I've seen a couple of news articles saying that we broke records.
I don't even know what 40 degrees is in Fahrenheit. It's like fucking It's fucking hot. That's
you
what
don't need to fucking worry about that, mate.
It's hot.
Because if you are measuring temperatures in Fahrenheit, I'm looking at the camera when I'm going to say this.
I'm looking at both cameras.
If you're measuring things in Fahrenheit, fucking grow up, mate.
Take a good hard look at yourself.
Just look in the mirror in the morning and say, look, I am a
Shove
fuckwit.
your 1.6 kilometers to a mile
Honestly, mate.
where the sun don't shine.
If you're still measuring things and you're not on the metric scale, mate, it's just time to it's trying to move on, mate. It's time to join
100,
the bandwagon.
1,000, 0. Like, all
sense.
these make sense, right?
Just makes sense. Like 3
Yard.
feet in 1 meter. What do you mean, mate? Just use 1 meter. Doesn't make sense, mate. Does not make sense at all.
Yeah.
But regardless,
Point
40
being,
degrees.
fucking hot,
Fucking
man.
hot.
Absolutely.
And I as you know, I went to Rottnest that day with Bailey.
Yeah.
And we got there 7:30. Running a little bit late, had to run to the ferry. Got a fucking parking ticket, mate, because we had to park in the parking bay right there.
Shit.
So we boarded the ferry on the way back at 2 o'clock, I think. No, yeah, and we got back to Fremantle 2:30 or something like that. 2:18 we got the ticket, mate.
Oh,
But-
really?
Yeah, but regardless, we got to Rottnest about, I don't know, 8 o'clock or something like that. Phenomenal weather. Perfect, mate. I didn't even look at the weather, so I had no clue it was going to be fucking 41. We get to Rottnest, had a bit of brekkie. First mistake, hired some bikes. I had my Apple Watch on. Ended up cycling 22 kilometres on Rottnest, mate.
That's
22
fucked.
k's.
I heard I've never been to Rottnest, just quietly, like, perfect
crime.
local, and I've never been to Rottnest.
It's crime, mate. It's crime.
It's pretty much sacrilege.
It's not cheap, though, man. It's a $100 return.
Yeah, and
$100 if you
accommodation
hire.
there is apparently pretty pricey too.
Well, at the moment with COVID, bro,
It's
it's
up there.
dude. It's expensive.
Not worth. You just go for a day trip. It's probably
Exactly. I think it was
Yeah.
$198 each, and that was bike hire and return ferry, which is not bad.
Yeah, right. But retouching on the bikes, as I was about to say, I heard Rottnest hilly as fuck. So
Well,
I
I
don't know what
hadn't
you were
heard
thinking.
that, mate.
Yeah,
I had not
that's
heard
the one
that.
thing I'd heard about Rottnest, other
Yeah,
than
look.
like, obviously good beaches and shit.
We jumped on our bikes and we went to the west end of Rottnest because apparently that's like the less popular. And I can see fucking why, mate. Because you're pretty much tackling Mount
Climbing
Everest.
every fucking 10 meters.
Yeah, you go up a hill and you get to the top and you're like, oh yeah, and you get the down slope, and then all of a sudden it's a bigger hill on the other side.
Oh, fuck that shit, man.
So like, yeah, we'd ridden 22 kilometers or something like that, and by the end of it, I could not walk straight. My legs were that pumped. I had veins running from the top of my groin down my knee, and like I was fucked.
yeah,
41 degrees, cycling around Rottnest. We had no top on.
right.
Sunburnt to shit. I put sunscreen on twice, but we swam like every, I'm going to say 20, 30 minutes. That's how hot we were
I'm a
getting.
huge culprit for putting sun cream on and then going straight in the water. Like it's
Exactly all I did, mate.
It's almost pointless that I put it on.
Who doesn't do that?
I think it's the
Aussie,
Australian
mate.
way.
It's an Aussie tradition,
That's it.
mate.
That's it. And then you backed it up the next day, mate. Because I
As
was
did you.
I was in York that day, right? Fucking hot in York.
Yep.
Just quietly.
Yep.
But I was inside in the
Yep.
aircon,
Okay.
going to see the girlfriend's family. The next day, we both went to Wendowie, which is kind of near York. It's near Northern.
It's east
It is
of Perth. we'll
inland,
say.
east,
Inland.
and up, right? So
It is elevated.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
fucking hot, right?
Oh,
So for another 40+ degree day, we went kart racing.
yeah. And for those who don't know, we're not talking
It's not
about
the
hire
rental
carts
ones
here.
that- yeah.
We're talking about proper race carts,
Yeah.
getting to speeds of,
Yeah.
near close to 100 k's an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. You load it to ground.
It is.
It's real good fun.
Great fun.
And as you go up in class per se of the carts, you can go up to about 160 k's an hour.
yeah, which is
fucked.
scary.
I'd
That's
love
scary.
to drive one, but it's also
In a straight line, mate. I don't think I'm taking corners 100 in a shifty car. Maybe. We'll see
One
how we
day.
go with this car, Who knows?
Yeah.
We might, what's it, tag? We go
we're in
restricted to
restricted
open.
tag. So then from there you go to tag, which is open.
Yep.
And then that ups. You're going a bit faster, a bit like around everywhere.
Yep.
Same motor, but you've just got less of a restrictor. And
Yeah.
then from there you can go into, I believe it's the KA, but the KZs are the shifters, but it's open technically. So you can have twin engines, you can have, a 175cc. Like open is whatever you want within, a chassis guideline
Yep.
to go as fast as you fucking want with
Yeah,
obviously
okay.
certain tires and shit. So there's plenty of different cars, but those shifters, man, they're so quick. Point
Yeah.
being though, your first time properly taking out your cart after how long of having it? You bought it around the same time I did.
I think I bought it a week after you got your
Yeah, it was
first
like
car, mate.
September.
Yeah, so, and obviously the first time I took it
Earlier.
out, couldn't start it. So we ended up packing it up. But yeah, first time taking it out, mate. And as you say, backed up a 41 degree day on Rottnest with another 40 degree
At the beach
40
again.
degree day,
At the beach again.
as one would say.
But he first come out the pits.
Mhm.
Mickey's ahead of me.
Yep.
Overtake him. I'm like, oh nice. I wonder how he's gone. Look behind me. Big cloud of
Beached.
fucking sand,
Beached.
and
I'm
he's
in the
pulling
dirt.
his cart.
I'm pulling my cart into the dirt and I'm sitting on the tyre barrier for 10 minutes while everyone
10 minutes
finished
in 40-degree heat. Race suit, helmet, gloves,
Boots.
fireproof shoes, fireproof race suit.
No breathability
You're
at all,
supposed
mate.
to wear a balaclava as well with a helmet. It was fucking hot, man. The track was 56, and I'm pretty sure
Suits
inside
was-
the suits were the same.
And you don't really, you're racing, right? And like, as you say, you're fully suited up.
Mm.
You don't feel it when you're racing because you're the
Nah.
adrenaline, maybe the air flowing on you. But as soon as you stop,
Oh, I've lost.
arguably the hottest I've ever been, mate. And
It's-
I've worked offshore, I've Darwin in the wet season and all that crap. And it gets hot up there,
It's
mate.
bloody hot.
I think that was probably hotter.
Mm.
I was cooked. And as you say, we drunk easily 2.5 litres of water each. And that was not enough.
It was so fucked.
Oh, I was meant to go pick a lounge suite up after that. And I, cancelled that, returned the trailer and we just went home, had a cold shower and laid in bed,
Brutal.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Brutal. But it gives you a newfound respect. Look, I already fucking love F1, man, but it gives you a newfound respect for F1.
It does.
You know, regularly, week in, week out, in that sort of
Yep.
temperatures, pulling way more like G's and pressure on the body than we do. Longer lasting laps. 2 hours of racing, man. Like, newfound respect.
Yep.
Obviously, we've got our WA local Daniel Ricciardo on the F1.
And as he once said, mate, high-performance athletes,
Athlete sweat.
athlete sweat. Love him.
Yeah.
Great bloke. But
Top bloke.
speaking of F1, mate, 2022 season,
Fucking
new
Keen.
regulations,
so close.
and we're getting close, mate. I think we're within 40 days of saying a test.
Yeah, and we'll just ignore 2021.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that, mate. That's touchy
that
subject.
last race can get fucked, just quietly.
Oh, mate.
We were at the cast watching that, and I'm sure you all know what happened by now, but, you know, the last lap controversy and everything. We were probably two out of the only 4 to 5 people at the cast packed sports bar.
Like, we got there probably about an hour
and a half before the race started.
and we were right at the back standing.
Yeah.
We could not get a,
Yeah,
we could not get a seat or get
couldn't
anywhere
even
near the
get
front.
close. But
And everyone was in Red Bull t-shirts.
everyone's a Red Bull fan, right?
Everyone.
Everyone's a
Max
fan. There were about
Verstappen.
5 people total.
Max Verstappen.
Fuck Christian Horner.
Yep.
So we were about 2 out of the 5 people who supported Lewis Hamilton.
profanity?
And we were happy up until about the safety car at the end. And we decided, yeah, we're fucked. We kind of knew from once the safety car was called, but we had a little bit of a sliver of hope. Max
Tiny
Verstappen.
sliver.
Yeah, and, you know, once they announced that the lap cars could overtake, we were like, yeah, we're done.
That was
So
it.
we watched, right? So we're slowly backing out as we watch the final lap.
Yep.
Max Verstappen makes the dive on Hamilton, gets him. A little bit of a dagger to the heart right there. Was already
Which-
one knee on the ground, ready to just submit. Right? Was getting my throat ready.
Yep.
Hamilton gets a run on him. I was like, oh,
When he got that-
maybe there's a chance.
Maybe.
Yeah. Nah. Fucking Verstappen stays wide.
Yep.
Hamilton, you know, hindsight, maybe could have snuck it on the inside, but for all we know, Verstappen just puts him in the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, doesn't get him. We start leaving because we know it's over. On our way out, every fucking Red Bull fan giving us the finger, telling us
Oh,
to piss
mate,
off.
it's hitting
It was
us with
abuse. I was
We were
traumatized.
getting abused because, like, put it in this way: up until what the last 4 laps between that Latifi put it in the wall,
Hamilton
that safety
put-
car, Hamilton was absolutely destroying.
Yeah, he was
Max.
putting some distance on
There
Max.
was nothing Max could do, and Christian Horner even said, "We need
Yeah,
a
we need a
miracle," and he
miracle.
fucking got it.
So he got down on his knees.
But we were chatting some shit.
We were, but we weren't.
We were.
Yeah, nah,
Oh, maybe not you, but I was being
alright,
profusely cocky, mate.
We got humbled.
We
But
did.
in saying
Pretty
that,
fucking quick.
You were chatting more shit than I was. I was
Oh,
kind of
100%.
doubtful. I
I'm a
know.
passionate
I've watched
person, mate.
F1 for long enough. I've been watching since 2007. It is literally not over till that final flag, bro.
Yep.
Hamilton, when he won his first championship, won from a last lap overtake on Kobayashi. Was it Kobayashi? I can't remember now, actually. Glock, I think it was, actually.
Yeah.
Point being,
One of them.
I think he had car troubles or whatever it was, and last lap overtook Glock, I believe,
Yep.
to win his championship.
Yeah.
So shit happens, man.
Yeah, it's true.
And
I maybe was a little bit ahead of myself, but I was like, surely, mate, there's
Yeah.
4 laps left.
yeah,
And then when I seen Gotifi in the barrier, I was like, oh no.
I was like, it's over.
But anyway,
And we walked.
straight down to
We didn't
McDonald's.
say a word to each other this
We
whole
didn't
time.
actually, did we?
As soon as we left that sports bar,
Straight down to McDonald's,
Silence.
down the bottom.
got a frozen Coke, no sugar.
Just
Just quite elite.
Oh, mate, probably like in summer, one of the best things Mac has ever brought
and,
out.
And as much as I hated my life that night, that was one of the best frozen Coke, no sugars I've had.
It
too.
was. And it's probably
Anyway.
because we sat on the bonnet of my car for 30
We
minutes.
definitely enjoyed it for 30 minutes.
I don't think we really said a word. Like,
We literally sat in the car
yep.
and just stared off at his face. I've been that pissed about
I was
a sport.
profusely angry. More the fact that
It just wasn't fair, man. Like, if that's how they wanted to end it,
Mikey,
you red flag.
It is not right,
red
Mikey.
Flag it, restart it, both even tyres, put them at the front.
Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Oh, it's a motor race. We want to restart it." But I'm like, "You can't restart it in an unfair circumstance." Like but we're not going to touch on the.
It is what it is. Point being, right? New season. We're excited.
Yep.
Top 10, man.
Top 10.
Who do you reckon wins it? Firstly,
well,
I think
we talked about this off camera a little bit. I'm saying Lewis Hamilton returns. There's still speculation that he won't, but I reckon he comes back, and I think he takes a drivers' championship this year for his 8th. He beats Schumacher, doesn't he?
If he does get 8, I hope he retires, and then I can just. There's less stress on my mind.
Yep.
But anyway, I don't, unfortunately, think Hamilton's going to back it up. I think Verstappen's going to back it up. I think he's going to come for a second. As much as I hate to say it.
So I got the top 5 here, mate.
Yeah, you go top 5.
We've got Lewis Hamilton, number 1. We've got Max Verstappen, 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, I reckon Leclerc, 3.
Yep.
I'm going to go George Russell, 4th. DR, 5th.
Okay. For me...
Sainz,
6th. Okay. So for me, it goes Hamilton, 2nd, Verstappen 1st.
Yep.
Leclerc 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Russell 4th.
Yep.
Sainz 5th. And 6th will be Perez. And then for me, 7th, Daniel Ricciardo.
I've got Perez at 7th.
Yeah. 8th, Gasly. 9th, Norris. 10th, Alonso.
I'd from 6th down. Oh no, from 8th down, I'd go the same as you.
So I think it's gonna be exciting, man. And
it's
we don't fucking know. I'd love to go to Melbourne to watch it, and we hopefully we can get a ticket for it.
I think there's still some available at some stands. But I'm thinking I might just buy one anyway, and if we don't go, we'll be able to sell it.
Yeah.
So
I want to go at least one race this year.
It's not cheap. It's about $800, but that's for the 4-day pass.
And that's not even to do with accommodation, man. Flights, they up the prices around that time too.
So I think you're looking at just for accommodation, flights, and the ticket, probably $2,000.
Yeah, probably about a couple grand.
So personally worth it, I reckon.
Oh yeah, we got to see it. Got to see it.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Obviously, testing's coming up soon, but all the speculation, mate.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ferrari reckons they've made strides with their PU and they recovered obviously they're switching fuels or they're adding some ethanol, I think, in now. But I've just heard Merck's apparently up the PU new turbocharger.
Alpine, bro, they're all making
it's
strides.
It's just going to be. I'm really interested to see how.
We'll revisit this top 10 prediction and we'll see how wrong we are.
Even I think once testing starts, mate, we'll actually see,
and we'll have an educated guest this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, man, fuck.
But it's good. F1 I only just got into it. Not just about 2 or 3 years now. I think you were obviously into it for a long time and said you guys should watch it, and then Drive to Survive came out and I got into it from there, which has brought a lot of new fans to the sport, which
for better or for worse, I'd say.
Yeah, there's toxic fans that probably don't know a whole lot of what they're talking about and don't dive into it as much as we do. But then it's bringing more eyes to the sport, more numbers. And I think it's good.
Butts on seats.
Yeah, and for me, I grew up playing AFL all the way through Auskick, all through Colts and reserves, Rezzies. Won a premiership, mate. Undefeated. 2017. But Kings. I think F1's probably my favourite sport to watch now. I think AFL's a close second.
Yeah. But Rugby league for me was number 1, up the Eels. But yeah, F1's definitely taking over, man. It's just exciting.
It is, mate. It's just, as you say, newfound respect having done even just go-kart racing, but they are, I think everyone forgets that they are driving a car around a track at, upwards of 300 k's an hour.
Yeah.
And it is thrilling to watch.
It's up to about 360 on some tracks. It's crazy. But
it is.
What else has been going on, bro? Literally, it's been like all my weeks have blurred into one lately, especially, dude, December and January. It's flown past.
What's the date
dude,
today?
It's officially the 26th.
Sorry, it's officially the 26th
So
of January.
It is a public holiday.
Do you want to...
I think, right, we're just going to call it a public holiday. As far as...
I didn't know whether to bring this topic up with you, mate.
I was on the fence about it, but to be honest, right, here's my thoughts.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck, bro. I honestly think...
And we're referring to
We're talking about Australia Day and Invasion Day, right? Yep. So 26th...
Invasion Day. You're going to go ahead and use that name.
It's called Invasion Day, right?
Okay.
And it's more commonly known as Australia Day.
Yep.
I honestly think that the whole premise behind Australia Day is just to celebrate.
To celebrate our culture, mate. Celebrate being Australian.
Get on the piss. Go to the beach. That sort of stuff. Realistically, bro, have it on any day. I think...
See,
we will. I won't care. Have it on a public holiday. If you really want to stay around the January time, have it in
January.
Have it near the 26th on whatever makes it a long weekend.
I think that's what I'm trying to say, and I think that's an Aussie thing, mate. I think that's more Aussie than having it on the 26th. Is having a long weekend. So put it on the last Friday of every January.
Dude, literally.
If it happens to fall on the 26th, so be it. But it's not that it's on the 26th. It's that we're celebrating our culture on the last Friday
weekend
of January.
Yeah. But if they put it on October the fucking 2nd, bro, I'm sure people would get around it regardless. It's just this initial phase. And I think, look,
I personally
it strikes
want to see it
too
on
many
October.
nerves. Yeah, I wouldn't like. Obviously, you want it in summer, right?
But as you say, having a Wednesday public holiday is weird, mate.
Yeah, because we're just going to go back to work.
Yeah,
and then
gonna have a public
we're gonna go
holiday
on a weekend
Wednesday.
again.
Can't get on the piss or anything because I've got to go back to work Thursday. So
and you will get RBT'd on the Thursday morning.
So put it on
if
the
you
bloody.
are drinking on Wednesday,
Watch out.
just watch out because there's going to be RBTs everywhere.
Yeah. So put it on like the last Friday of every January or the first Friday. I could not give a shit
As long as like.
as long as I get a public holiday, mate.
Dude, that's the thing.
I'd rather have a long weekend, go camping with the boys or whoever.
Yeah, and I think people are sticking to their guns too much.
Yeah. Because I think it's sticking to tradition.
But it's you know what? It's a subject that's always going to be touchy, and I think
It is.
I think
And there's going to be people in the comments
probably will have
watching
their
this
own
that
arguments.
might even turn this off and go, "These guys are soft." But like, there's I
don't think as many people care as they think they do.
No.
I think it's just sort of like people want to latch onto this argument.
Yeah.
But it's a touchy subject.
Some
but
people
anyway,
argue for the sake of
stay
arguing.
safe on this public holiday, whether you're celebrating or not.
Yep.
Just be careful.
Watch out! Don't drink drive. It's not
enjoy
worth
yourselves.
it because there's going to be police on the roads and you're going to get RBT'd and it's just it's not safe.
Really weird transition, but fucking speaking of drinking, we had dinner before this.
We did with our good mate Adam, who's unfortunately been in the wars.
Yeah, he has.
A little bit.
He's
We're
hurt
not
himself
going to
a
touch
bit,
on it, but you know,
it's unfortunate.
yeah.
I just had, and I know you fucking found enjoyment in this, the worst fucking Parmi I've ever had in my life.
If anyone's on my Snapchat close friends, you would have got a picture of this Parmi,
received
and it was
a chicken nugget with
about the
half,
size of my
half a fucking Kraft single, a ketchup packet, right? 6 chips.
Was there ham on it, mate?
Oh, fucking would have been like a pig's nose, bro. And to top it all off, right? Usually you get a salad. I got fucking I hate coleslaw.
Fuck coleslaw.
I got fucking coleslaw with
if
my
you like
Parmi.
coleslaw, fucking unfollow. Don't watch this podcast again. And I swear if I see you in the comments, it's on.
Yeah.
It is the worst salad ever.
And also, right, so usually I'm not going to name and shame this place because usually they make good Parmis. But here's my issue, right? I know that there's a food shortage.
There is.
Yeah, right? Cool. If you can't make a fucking Parmi due to food shortages,
Let's just put a temporary thing and say currently off the menu.
The fucking menu.
Because it is about like when the waiter came out with that.
She came out with,
and I seen her coming out, and I'm looking at this
fucking
plate.
entree, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it going, oh fuck no, and then she made a beeline for our
She
table.
beelined to me with this fucking tender crisp, this fucking tenderloin chicken strip.
Yep.
On a plate with mozzarella grated cheese and fucking
it was fucked.
Someone's blood nose for the sauce. And
but like, don't tell me
coleslaw.
The fact they gave you about 6 chips, man. We're not in a potato shortage.
I understand what the chips was about.
The Parmi's going to be small. Load the fucking chips up, mate.
That's what I was about to touch on. I was like, man, okay, cool. One thing, all right, the chicken Parmi. First of all, it was like fucking $30 for
not cheap.
A chicken egg.
Yep.
Painted with just it might as well have been, bro.
Yeah. True.
Anyway, and a low amount of chips, and there was no chip shortage because our mate ordered fucking chips.
And I mean, you go to Tony Gallardo or whatever the fuck his name is at Spud shit, mate. You got spuds fucking everywhere. So I
was pissed, bro. I was livid. And you ordered a burger.
I pissed myself when your Parmi
you ordered a burger.
It was fucking hilarious.
It looked quite fucking good. Your burger looked
and I had a lot of chips. Also ordered some salt and pepper squid, mate. But as you say, when we go to pubs, mate, and we go, I'm a self-proclaimed burger connoisseur. I think me and Ev from PNC lads.
Yeah, check out PNC. You probably know PNC, but check them out if you haven't.
Probably know PNC more than us.
I'm gonna be really, what's the word I'm looking for? Paranoid. I'm just going to double check these videos again. But you go tell your story about being a burger connoisseur, mate.
All right. I'm a self-proclaimed burger connoisseur. Myself and Evan probably started the trend. You've now jumped on it, obviously, and we found ourselves a bit of a gem in
gold mine in Chewett Hill.
Local Bird.
Called Local Bird. This isn't a sponsor. They are just phenomenal. And if you
the chicken burgers, mate.
Dude.
That
smashed burgers.
Piece of chicken in a burger was bigger than your Parmi tonight.
It was bigger than a chicken. I don't know what it was. It was a big chicken.
Yeah.
And we had the chicken burger first and we were full.
Couldn't finish the beef burger, mate.
We were fucked. We were like, okay, well, we're here. We're going to take the beef burger home, but we got to at least have a bite of it because we got to try it, right? It's fresh. We ate the whole thing because it tasted that good.
We did.
I was sick, but it was so good. And honestly, if you're north of the river, or even if you're south and you want to make a little bit of a drive, Chewett Hill, local bird, phenomenal burgers, and they're definitely number one on my list. But anyway, back to your story.
Back to the story, mate. Every time we go to a pub, you religiously get a Parmi, mate.
It's culture. I can't.
It is culture. I mean, tonight I got a burger, but typically I'm about the same as you. I'll get a Parmi if I go to a Parmi and a pint, mate.
Yeah.
And if you say Parma, you too can.
You can
stop
also
watching
fuck
it.
off, quite frankly. You and your bloody fucking yards and feet.
Like, honestly, if you're saying Parma, mate, you have no place watching this fucking
it's
podcast.
Parmi. Sauce belongs in the fridge. Coleslaw's trash. What else? Doesn't matter. Let's go. Kick on.
Yeah. So anyway, you get, for the most part, every time we go to a pub, you get a Parmi. So I'm asking you, mate, where did you get your best Parmi?
It's close. Now, I think one of them I might actually share with your favourite, so I won't say that one. I'd have to say Benny's in Fremantle, and that was unexpected because I, first of all, wasn't planning on going to Benny's. Second of all, I never knew Benny's did, like, I knew they did pub food, but you wouldn't think Benny's and Parmi. You'd think Benny's and drinks on a Saturday night.
Because, like, for those in Perth,
it's in Fremantle.
It's in Freo, and it does kind of go off, mate. They've opened up the back of it as well.
Yeah, it's not a bad venue,
it's not bad.
Honest. But it's not a Parmi destination. And I think it might have been just the unexpected nature of the Parmi that made it seem like it was the best.
Yep.
I might go back there and it's not that great.
Yeah, okay.
The consistent performer, I believe, is what you're going to say as your number one. But what's your number one?
It's called The Last Local, mate. Just over the road in Canning Vale.
Jeez.
It's
slaps.
It used to be the local, what was it called?
It was the Last Drop.
Last Drop, that's
and
right.
Now it's the Last Local.
And we went there again with myself and you, Adam and myself. And big Parmi, like huge Parmi, a lot of chips, and I was impressed. That was probably my best Parmi to date. But yeah, it's I've seen that Parmi come out tonight, mate. It was a bit of a slap in the face.
Yeah, look, I felt it was almost unprofessional from the business.
Yeah. We'll give them another go at another time.
Yeah.
We're not going to disclose who they were.
Yeah, because look, I'm going to give them a second chance. But when I do return, you know who you are. I'm expecting a formal apology.
I want a fucking free Parmi and a food
I
voucher.
want a free Parmi. And if you dare have the nerve to bring me,
send me again.
A fucking tenderloin again, bro.
I'll fucking lose
I'm tearing the place down.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was a horror story for food. But if you are watching this and you are a Perth local and you know a banging spot for Parmi's or burgers,
let us know.
Yeah, let us know because I've been
to a lot of the burger spots, mate.
I've
been to
3230 Coburn. I've got Royales.
I've been Big Rigs, Two Stacks.
I haven't been to Big Dog yet.
Is it Tribute or Troublemaker? I used to went Troublemaker, Tribute.
Meat and Bun. No, that's not Meat and Bun.
Yeah, Meat and Bun. I've been to obviously. I've been to a lot of places, but if there's a burger spot we haven't hit, let us know because we go out for dinner probably once or twice a week. I go out with Evan a fair bit, as well as you boys.
We usually try and get once a week.
Yeah, so it's good to catch up.
It is, especially with busy lives these days.
Yeah, I think it does good to get out of the house, mate. Get out of your work environment. I was going to touch back on the mental health, but we've already been there before. But speaking about mental health, I'm not going to touch on the whole subject, but the gym. I think it's very. I can see the anger on your face already, but I think the gym for the most part, and I think a lot of people that go to the gym can respect it. It does wonders for your mental health and your physical health, but it's an outlet, mate. Except at peak hours.
Look, with mental health, mate, it does the opposite when you fucking go to the gym like I did in peak hours. So usually Mickey and I we train 4:35 a.m. right, and it's a decent gym. I went in there.
Revo Fitness, by the way.
Revo Fitness.
This is what we're talking about.
This kind of applies to fucking every gym, what I was about to complain about. But Revo specifically.
At the moment.
Is fucked. There is like, you go in.
This is our locals Revo Canning Vale,
I went in there earlier last week. Yep. Peak hour. No equipment was free besides an ab roller.
I'm talking everything, eh? We're talking
ab roller,
like
a yoga mat, and a fucking good girl
even those
machine.
bullshit rope hanging handle things. They were being used. Nothing
was free, right? And there was about 6 fucking Psalm goblins per one chest press machine.
Mm-hmm.
They're all 16-year-olds, and you know what? I'm all for like get into gym, right? Learn your fucking gym etiquette, please, for the love of fucking God.
And I mean,
I have a question for you.
Yep.
But what are we going to say first?
No, go ahead, mate. Because I'll probably be.
We're going to touch on gym etiquette, right?
Yep.
How many sets / how many people is too much for one equipment? And we're like, I reckon you separate free weights and pin loads because I feel like especially with bench press and squats and deads. Anything barbell related.
Yep.
The weights change from person to person.
100%. We used to. I think we were probably guilty at this, but we were self-aware. If it was busy, or if it wasn't, we weren't. But we used to gym in a pretty big group, and as you say, yourself, you wouldn't be benching the same weight I'm benching or what Adam's benching, etc. So there's probably 4 of us that are lifting different weights. And if you're on a plate loaded machine,
small? Are you trying to tell me?
I don't want to say that you're not lifting as much as I am these days, mate, in one particular movement.
Yeah, look.
Maybe deadlifts, you've got me.
But the point is,
but anyway,
we've gone for long enough. I'd say we're experienced lifters, not physically looking, because I've got body dysmorphia. Point being,
as do I, mate. It's a constant cycle too, by the way.
It never ends.
So maybe the gym's not good for
you.
The
day you go to the gym is the day you hate your body.
You sign up to hate yourself.
Point being, gym good for your mental health, right? We've gone there long enough to know gym etiquette, and as you were saying, big groups, right? We train in usually back in the day, but we knew when it was peak hours, we're not doing fucking octo drop sets
with 16 different dumbbell weights on 4 different equipment,
20 kilograms down to 2.5 kilos, right? I think basic gym etiquette. Drop set with 2, maybe 3 different weights, depending on how busy it is.
And just be aware.
Be aware.
Don't have 4 of you using a bench press.
8 sets each.
Yeah.
Just don't.
10 to 12 reps, 8 sets, 4 of you's on a bench press when it's peak hour. You look like a fuckwit.
Yeah, you might disagree with us.
I understand there's new lifters in the gym, and I would consider ourselves. I'm not trying to be a dickhead here, mate, but I'd say we're kind of veterans. Don't look it, body dysmorphia again, mate. But we've been gymming for a while now, and I think. You learn as you go along, but when people are new, and I don't know if it's rude to go, because sometimes I just want to go up and say, hey, mate, just letting you know, like,
we're waiting.
How long have you got left? Because we want to use the bench press, and you've been on it for 55 minutes, and it's 6:30 on a Wednesday night, and there's 120 people in this gym.
Sometimes it seems like a bit of a piss take. And there's rules for everything. There's rules for the skate park. There's rules for fucking gym.
Just everything, man.
There's rules for swimming laps in a pool, bro.
Yeah, like you ain't swimming laps on the right. If you're going up,
if you're in the fast lane and you're getting overtaken, you better scurry on over to the medium lane, bro, or the slow lane, or the walking lane, all right? Yep. Do your group aerobics if you have to.
You're not in the lap pool.
Do your water aerobics.
With your foam fucking dumbbells.
With Helen and fucking Irene, all right?
Yep.
If you have to. Yep. But don't... Stay in your lane, bro.
Yeah.
And
that's the same for the gym, mate.
And the same for the gym. Just like have some consideration for others.
I think it's great. I think Revo's done bits for the gym
They're
community.
taking over WA just quite. You're going to have a Revo.
But a lot of people that didn't previously go to the gym are now going to the gym. And I think it is good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great.
But with that comes learning.
Yeah. And I think it will come with time, but I think we're just seeing the grunt of it because we are, as I say, kind of experienced and going at peak hours. It's fucking painful, mate. It is absolutely. I went there Monday night, and the counter on their website said 41 people, and I was like, "All right, that's not bad at all. 2,000 square meters, 41 people."
Revo's counter,
fucking wrong. Rocked up, was in a parking bay in sight, and at least 100 people in this gym.
Yeah, I'd rather I'd glass in my eyes than go in peak hour now, man.
Yeah, and that's I think we need to look for a second gym, mate.
Yeah,
I've been to just about every gym in Perth. I've been to Jets, Snap, Raw,
Canning Vale.
I want something completely different.
Yeah, I heard / I know of already, but I've never tried it out. Empire in Coburn. I want to check it out.
Owned by
Aaron. Yeah. Aaron owns Imperial Barber as well.
Shout out to
Smirks, Hamish.
Smirks, by the way, Hamish.
If you go to Imperial Barber, to be honest, everyone
does a good haircut.
You know, Zane, Sleepy Barber. You got Moe.
But
a couple of others there as well. Good haircuts.
Hamish, he's killing it, mate. It took me a long time to find a good barber, and I found him now, and I'm never going to change.
Yeah, he's got some good quality cuts.
But Aaron owns him.
Yeah, so he owns Empire. And I think we've got to go check that out, to be honest, because I feel like we're due for a second gym.
Just when it's peak hour busy and we want to go somewhere where we can actually use the equipment.
And get some good equipment too.
I wonder how expensive it is, though.
I think it's like $15 a week.
That's fucking right.
Give or take.
Considering what we're paying, $25, $26 at Raw or something like that?
$25, $24. But yeah, it is what it is.
It is.
But that's the gym, man. It's good, but man.
Yeah, it's good and bad, mate. But such is everything in life.
That's it. That is true, man.
But nah, mate. Look, what are we at for time?
I don't know. We're out of time at the moment.
We're at 40 minutes, mate.
You know what? First episode.
I think, as you say, it's the first time we're doing it. We've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm quite interested to see where we go with the potty. I think as we go along. There's going to be people in the audience or the viewers that are going to have certain topics they want to discuss, which obviously we'll do, and we'll find out what we want to talk about. And
because there's things that we will like that people don't want to hear.
Yeah.
People will like that we won't talk about, and there's going to be that niche in between.
Yeah.
And in general, you know, like this is us learning how to fucking talk to each other with a mic in front of us. We can chat some shit. It's a different.
As I say, we chat shit non-stop, and that's half the reason we started the podcast, because we were like, we chat shit anyway, may as well
It'll be interesting. Just interesting to hear what people want to hear.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I think for the first potty, mate, 40 minutes, we'll keep it relatively short. We won't drag on for too much, but yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes, mate.
It'll be interesting.
I think we've got a big year ahead for us. Got big plans, obviously. A lot we haven't disclosed, but that'll come in time, mate.
Racetrack coming soon.
Racetrack
soon.
There's a new one built in Perth, by the way.
Fucking keen for that one.
Yeah,
I saw that.
We'll take the car there,
That's
mate.
good. Yeah, mate.
We'll give it a whirl.
We'll christen it for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I'm 40 minutes, not bad
40
for the
minutes,
first
mate.
one. Yeah, and look, we're probably going to release it every hump day.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Wednesday uploads.
I think it seems like a good way to break up the week. Good
Yeah.
way to break up our week, recording and editing.
Yep. Well, that's the thing, mate. We've never edited a video.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'm actually looking forward to the learning process of everything.
So am I, mate.
So yeah.
But yeah, thanks
we'll
for
wrap it up here, guys. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for listening.
And listening.
And
all on platforms. So we got TikTok. We'll have our Instagram probably on the screen if you're on YouTube, but we've got Instagram. What else? We're going to get it on Spotify.
We'll get it on Spotify, Apple Music.
And I think that's all the
I think that's what we'll start with, mate.
Yeah. Keen.
But,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Appreciate it.